to. He's about as reliable a deep threat as you're going to find.
And also, he catches a lot of defenders off balance, Steve, with his ability to pull up and drain shots off the bounce. It's a very effective skill to have.
San Antonio making a switch here. Orlando leading by 7. Back to Gordon. Here's Humble. And he's way off from outside.
Coach Popovich was fined last season for sitting out his top players in a nationally televised matchup against the Heat. I certainly understand the league's posture there, and it was a lot said about it. Yet, for a veteran team like the Spurs with championship aspirations, I understand resting key players during the course of the regular season.
Feeds to Vucevic. Here's Fultz. A rebound by the Spurs. And back to that fine for Popovich, $250,000. Steve, that'll leave a dent.
Yeah, no doubt. But, you know, Popovich enjoys tweaking the league at times. This was clearly an effort to do that. But, look, yeah, I think it's good for him to actually, you know, kind of let the league know every once in a while that if you're going to give us that kind of schedule with my older team, I'm going to sit them down once in a while.
No good. And the Spurs going the other way now. There's the pass to Murray. Gay. The Spurs working the ball around now. Aldridge down low. Defended by Gordon. Aldridge, no luck.
Well, I think this is one of the more amazing stats in sports when you think about it. No matter the season or the roster, the Spurs just seem to find ways to win 50 games. They've done it 14 straight seasons now, which is off the charts.
And Clark, as you said, the Spurs last season hitting 50 wins for the 14th consecutive season. By the way, that's an NBA record. Second closest were the Lakers with 12 straight, Steve, from 79 to 91.
Yeah, 58 wins last season for San Antonio. Greg Popovich calls it corporate knowledge, just the consistency that comes with the experience of the group. And they've been together so long, particularly that core, that I think it allows the Spurs to really kind of cruise at times during the regular season.
And the Spurs making a change here. Mills is checked in. Out to DeRozan. Unloads. Drains the 19-footer.
He's so reliable. You know, his offense seems to be consistently there for this team.
Pass to Fournier. Number 1. Right through the knee for the win. And the Magic lead by 6.
That's a precision shot. You've got to be precise. No room for error on the floater.
Here's Mills. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Here's DeRozan. Here's Aldridge. And the layup's good off the glass.
Guys, he's actually indefatigable. He never gives in, never gives up on a play, and that's what it takes to be a great offensive rebounder. You've got to be relentless.
On the wing, Gordon. Buries it from three-point range. Gordon's got 9.
Well, this is what happens when he gets on a roll, and you are not going to see a better rhythm shooter than him.
Mills dishes to DeRozan. He kicks it to Mills. Leads him in there. Number 41.
You know, the dunks are few and far between for the big guy, but every once in a while we get one just like that.
It's not hard to believe that kind of size might keep you from being a high flyer.
Yeah, that's a lot of man right there to try to get up off the ground, Kevin.
The dish to Vucevic, and the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. And Orlando making a change here. 8 seconds left to play here in the half. DeRozan passes to Mills. This one for 3. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And the first half ends in a close one. It's the men.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
It's been a great game.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game.
No slowing him down, just some incredible numbers for Gordon. He has 9 points, and he was able to come up with 1 steal, too.
Yeah, he's defending very well, Clark. He's disrupting the offense. He's playing the passing lanes, trying to put as much pressure on as possible.
The drive by Game. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Boy, it was a wreck of a season for the Magic last year. Started off decently, but then it went downhill fast. A 10-game losing streak, followed shortly again with a 12-game losing streak. Surprisingly, they did play well against the West, though.
And both free throws good for Game. And Clark, as you said, probably the last thing anyone expected last season was for the Magic to do well against the West. But it happened, Steve. Half their wins came out of the conference.
Yeah, they actually had a winning record against the Pacific Division, believe it or not. I think some of that is that the Western teams kind of took Orlando for granted, particularly on the road. But look, in the end, it doesn't matter what your record is in conference, against divisions, against the league. What it's about is your total record, and they're looking to get better.
And it comes off the front of the rim.
The defense needs to play tight on him, and that's exactly what they did to force that miss. Well done.
And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession.
Boy, that's embarrassing, guys. He's going to have a hard time living that one down later when they watch it on tape.
Spurs trail by 3. DeRozan passes to Murray. Gay kicks to DeRozan. Aldridge sets up the pick now for DeRozan. And out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Gordon off a pick from Vucevic. Gordon goes in. Lets it go from deep. Gets it to go. Gordon's got 12 in the game.
The D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been of the 3-point variety.
Yeah, and unless they make some rotations and closeouts defensively, there's more to come, Clark.
Orlando leading by 4. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession.
That's a poor possession. You just give away the ball with a sloppy pass.
The Spurs making a switch here. Kicks it to Gay. Passes it to DeRozan. Defended by Fournier. Back to Gay. No one near him. That's good.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
It's just beautiful basketball to watch, Clark.
Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Wide open look. The putback, and it's Gordon finishing it off. And the Magic lead by 4.
And what you love about him is just the way he hits the offensive glass. I mean, he knows that those are the easiest points for him when he can find a loose ball, get an offensive board, and put it back into the basket.
And don't forget now, a walking highlight reel every time he steps on the court. His flair for the dramatic makes him worth the price of admission all by himself.
So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Pass to Augustine from deep. The shot is off. Now San Antonio takes it the other way.
And as you might expect for the team with the second best record in the West, the Spurs dominated the East last season, played each team twice for a total of 30 games, and went 25-5 in that stretch.
Carter Williams with it. White's there. Vucevic dishes to Ross. No good from outside.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, they were very lucky defensively because there was some miscommunication there. They left him wide open.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And Clark, back to what you said about the Spurs in the East. It was far and away the best record against the conference, Steve, for a team in the West.
Yeah, the second best record was Memphis with 22 wins. So kind of scary to think that they rested their big stars a few times against teams in the East, and they were still able to put up that kind of a record.
There's the pick. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Yeah, he got whacked. Shouldn't be much debate on that one.
Yeah, that was as straightforward as it gets, guys.
San Antonio making a switch here. Both free throws good from Augustine. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. And DeRozan kicks to Carroll. And here's DeRozan. Carroll hits the bucket.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
No question. Pound it into the painted area and continue to put pressure on that defense.
Here's Fournier. He has 7. Once again off the mark, Orlando.
Kevin, just enough presence to bother that three-point attempt there.
Well, for a guy that shoots like he does, I mean, I'd say that is an easy look.
Now the feed to Carroll. They get the rebound. Outside, White.